Do 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 do. Ba do ba ba do 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 do. Ba do 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 do. That's just an old commercial jingle. Why the fuck that came to mind? Who knows why anything comes into this mind? Hi, Chrome. Yeah, you are. Chrome got the cornerstone spot. Inflated Milk is here in Core Nightmare and BTG. Oh, BTG, I gotta talk to you soon. I'm gonna get that yeah, that Minecraft stream up scheduled soon. Up. I'm gonna get it up soon. I wish. And Mike and Willie, the Bester, Blue Bait Studios, Trevor, Mr. Croissant, Isaac, Z-Man. Hey, good to see you again, Z-Man. Day 3 of quarantine. Oh shit. Hey, Alpha. DTV. My name is Matt. Agent. I know we've been playing a lot of games. I'm really enjoying gaming, and we'll be back to gaming streams. It's just the only thing is when we do the gaming streams exclusively, I kind of miss this where we just hang out and talk about whatever. And I figure tomorrow's Free for All Friday, so if we have a hangout and chat session today and a Free for All Friday tomorrow, then we can get back into the games again. You know what else I want to do too? Is I'm gonna need you guys to help me find some stuff because yeah, coronavirus, yeah. Brack's right over here. Poor Spaz Kid's got it now. Um, it's actually been amazing. He's been able to avoid it this long. Doing good, David. Um, excuse me. I'd like to do some streams in with our God of War and GTA 5 where they're just like standalone games that we could complete in a couple hours. Mostly I've been kind of leaning towards wanting to try a scary game along those lines. I have to get you guys know anything like that? Something that's a good scare, but a game that we can, because I don't want to have 3 different gaming series going at once, but something that we could just interject with a one-off here or there. Smithy says, "Hey, it's been a while. I was on the Patreon a while back and just rejoined. Attack on Titan reactions incoming. Also, I got COVID. Oh, like I say, Smithy, Brax too, his girlfriend too. It's a lot of people are saying I'm beginning to think they're right. I think largely with this Omicron variant, it's not going to be long till pretty much. I mean, virtually everybody over the age of 6 or so in America is going to have had it. It just is the way it's spreading." BTG says, I am such a gamer. I have RSI and left click. Have I watched the Mandela catalog? No, David. I don't have any idea. Don't have any idea what that be. Fears to Fathom is horrifying and it's based on real stories. Ah. How long, Willie? A game like that take roughly? Just in general, and then we'll add the necessary amount. Well, actually, no. If I stream the games, my poor playing doesn't add that much time to it because I got you guys there to help me. It's when I play them completely independently that there's a lot of extra time. Yeah, Outlast isn't a one-off game though, Jared. I played some of Outlast before. And like I say, same with the Resident Evil. As of right now, because I want to continue playing God of War and GTA 5, so I'm not looking for something that would be continuing. I was just trying to find if there was a good scary game that we could complete in a stream. Thaction says, when are you and Spice Kid gonna watch more Egotas? No plans on. I got so tired of dealing with the copyright strikes that came with Egotas, I just kind of drifted away from it. I don't know if they'd still be pulling that crap, but it got to be a pain in the ass with YouTube with that. Chris, been watching for years. 48 here and feel your struggle. Well, thanks, my friend. I appreciate that. Guys, we got a crimson sky up above. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Oh, 48. You're still a youngster. the big 6-0 is the one that really hit you. You can beat Outlast that quickly, Chrome? Really? I thought Outlast. I might be thinking of the wrong game. I thought that was a really, really involved game. But yeah, 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 Chris. This struggle is absolutely real. There's no doubt about it. Negativity says, "Hey Curtis, I was wondering, in your extensive gaming experience, have you ever played a Metroidvania type game? I'm not sure if it's your type, but definitely fun to watch. Metroidvania? I remember Metroid and Castlevania, but I don't know what Metroidvania would be, pal. Pony Island is a quick game, especially with chat. Really? Pony Island, you say, huh? I I, I was gonna say I'm a little confused, but you guys already knew that. No wait, so what the? The only thing with two monitors is I keep screwing myself up here. Okay, I want that one over here. This is the one I want up here now. What was it again? Pony Island? Pony Island on Steam. Oh, it's a suspense puzzle game. Wow. Very positive and overwhelmingly positive for reviews. That's kind of cool. I'm going to bookmark that one. Okay, consider yourself bookmarked, Pony Island. Let's see. And Willie's in with a super chat. Said each story is its own chapter, and the longest is 40 minutes. Also, after a ton of pain and hard work, I will finally be making short films. Oh, you're gonna be making short films? Nice. I do miss doing that. Making sketch comedy and just short videos in general. Yeah, yeah. You got to keep us posted on it, Willie, so we can see them. That's fun. That is just so much fun. It culminated in, or crescendoed at least, with when we made One Last Kill, the feature length movie we made. Fun times, it really was. AZN says, "Hey Curtis, there's a cool Flash series called Madness Combat from 2 decades ago. I was 7 or 8 when it came out. Look it up. First episode is 2 minutes long. Madness Combat? It's madness, I tell ya." Madness Combat on Steam. Project Next. Somewhere in Nevada. Wow, overwhelmingly positive on this one, too. Run and gun, beat 'em up, filled arcade style action and button matching brutality. Gun your way through droves of bad guys. It's pretty different. I think I'll put a bookmark on that, too. Huh. Interesting. Rigid Rat says, "Why did the man put a jar of talcum powder next to his ear? He wanted to listen to soft rock." Visual effects guy says, "This is madness." No, this is Sparta. SCP, is SCP that quick too, Jared? See, I can't remember because I've played some of SCP as well. Again, if I play them in streams, you can figure that the gameplay should take around whatever it's estimated at, just because I'll have you guys to help me through stuff. Chrome says Outlast is 6 hours long. How long to beat compiles game time averages? You say, oh, okay. Use the site to get an idea of game length. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's a cool site to have. Curtis plays Just Dance. Oh no, Mr. Croissant, I suck at that. Any of those dancing games, as you guys can well imagine, I suck at. Believe it or not, Spaz Kid's really good at them. Main story 5 hours. Main an extra 6.5 hours. Completion is 10 hours. Outlast was a good game. I do remember that the little bit I played of it. I didn't want to get anything too long. Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. Get into anything too long just because we got both God of War and GTA 5 going. And, I mean, with GTA 5, there's always the fun of just running off and doing stupid shit, too. But I really like to complete the missions. This is already, I believe, the furthest I've gotten in mission completion in there. It's so much, and again, I enjoy the gaming so much more now. And it was such a simple thing. I don't know why I never thought of it before. Just putting in that second monitor made it so much easier to stream. Oh man, I have so much less going on in one individual screen. And I should have mentioned Chris is stream boss, but I think we could have assumed that. Oh, you played Madness, Big Green? Philip says, so Canada is going nuts and planning to tax the unvaccinated? It's ridiculous. The government is focusing on the wrong thing. They should be working on getting our economy back on track. You know what it is, Philip? I mean, politicians in general, certainly here in the States, it's like this is their laser focus now, and it needn't be. Especially with the Omicron variant, we know what it is. We know what we're up against. As you said, let's move on to the important things to keep life going. We're going to be dealing with coronavirus for some time. At least with the Omicron variant, it's obviously significantly less lethal. So let's count the blessings with that and move on. You know, I'm not saying ignore it. And if the whole thing comes to fruition with what they came up with at Johns Hopkins there, with the hopefully we'll be getting the vaccine that's will truly eradicate it that the Army came up with. Let's hope. Well, thank you, Chris. Wow, we got a real wow. We got a major scarlet sky. Wow, but no, we do have a major crimson sky today. I appreciate that, Chris. Very kind of you. Cheap Jump Scare says, sup, Candyman. You like how my Finns did this year? Oh, amazing. Why'd they fire the head coach, though? I thought he was great. They almost did the run I predicted, going 8 of 9 toward the end. Also, video react stream one. Got some vids I need to share with you when possible. I was going to do, it's funny you said that. I was going to do that today because those are always good to, for chatting as well. But all the stuff I had to do took me longer than I thought. And those usually, I try and set aside at minimal an hour and a half to do the video clip streams. And I didn't have that much time today. It's weird you say that. But I did this stream just because, again, I'd been missing just hanging out and chatting with you guys. So I didn't want to do no stream. BTG said, has hashtag shoot unvaccinated. Hashtag American solution for American problem. Yeah. and you guys know I'm vaccinated, double vaxxed, and I'm getting the booster next week. I'll take advantage of what they have out there. But the things the government is doing as far as overreach and going after the unvaccinated the way they are, especially with what we're learning about this virus, is just insanity. It really is. I mean, we're already learning that they're saying that, it's because of the unvaccinated that we're having this issue and that issue. I'm not so sure that's the case anymore with the ease with which this variant spreads. Willie says, next post, okay. Oh, shit, I had it and it jumped away from me, Willie. There it is. Poppy Playtime isn't a bad game either. About 30 minutes with chat. Poppy Playtime. If you'll remember that Andy's Apple Farm breakdown, I sponsored that game. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Andy's Apple Farm. It's very unsettling, but I totally recommend Fears to Fathom. Let me look at that Poppy Playtime. Oh, Poppy. Excuse me. You must stay alive in this horror puzzle adventure. Oh, try to survive the vengeful toys. I like that idea. I like that. I like that conceptually. I don't know. I've told you guys that. I'm going to bookmark this one too. I've told you guys that before. For some reason, that whole like scary doll or scary toy in this case angle works for me. I'm not sure why, but it gets to me. Have I reacted to Final Fantasy 14 Flames of Truth before? Final Fantasy 4? No, I'm not. Smithy, I'm not even sure about that. That's a video? 14 Flames of Truth. No. As far as Final Fantasy games, there were 2 of them I really got into. I can't remember the numbers for sure. I want to say it was 7 and 10, maybe. AZN says, Madness Combat was big years ago. It inspired many of us, now mid to late 20s, to learn animation skills. Flash Player died last year. Yeah, I know. It's a staple. This was just before YouTube. MySpace wasn't even out. Jesus. Wow. Wow, it's going way back when you think about it. Holy crap. It's funny, AZN, when you put it that way, it really hits how long ago it was. Poor Tom and MySpace, relegated to the annals of history on the internet. Temple of Time says you're going to watch the Chris Hansen stuff about Chris Chan. I'm personally interested to see if Hansen legitimately got interviews with people. I don't see myself making a point to get to it, but if you guys remind me about it and it's out, yeah. Would I be interested in it? Yes, I would like to see it. Yeah. Yep. Smithy says it's a trailer, 8 minutes, but oh, it's a trailer. Gotcha. But amazing without context. I always liked those games, the Final Fantasy games. Just was something that, again, time kept me from getting into. I'm having a blast playing freaking God of War and GTA 5 with you guys. Though that's why again I wanted to make sure I did this, because I feel bad not getting to chat streams, because this kind of keeps me connected, grounded, happy. I like doing these. Philip says the Trudeau and provincial governments have gone nuts with taxes. We're in debt up to our eyeballs, so of course they're looking for shit to tax. Yeah, it's same in New York. Here's a thought: stop giving out assistance work. Exact same as New York, Philip. That's what we do here in New York too. Rosa says, fun fact, hanging out is a famous activity for transgenders, but we do it in our own way. I'm a Cinderblock says, Little Nightmares is an amazing horror game, though it's pretty tough. I think I have that one. I haven't played through it. Did we start Little Nightmares, guys? I have it for some reason. I'm almost positive I have that in my Steam account. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that one. I don't know how far I got into it, but I do have that. Chrome says it's not just Canada. There's other countries fining the unvaccinated. Let me look at Chrome's post here. Or her link. Breaking Greece announces it will begin fining the unvaccinated $113 a month. Austria announces that it will begin fining them up to $4,000 a month. And Quebec announces that it may begin slapping them with a significant fine. Retweet if you think that America must do it. This Occupy Democrats fucking Twitter account. I mean, most of Twitter is absolute, just pure garbage. But they're among the junkiest of the garbage. Everything they have ever posted I've ever seen is retweet if you agree. Retweet. Oh, please pay attention to me type begging. It's just Twitter is such a playground for losers. Chief Justice says, great, but I think it's a bit long for a one-shot, I think. And Devin says, have you ever played The Witcher 3? No, I haven't, because I'd love to see a playthrough, but some parts of the game may be a bit risky for YouTube. I haven't, pal. I know of the game, because of its popularity, but no, I've never played it myself. It would be nice to see you upload a video of Little Nightmares and sequel. Anything like that, though, Top Cube, well, the video would upload, but I would make the video as a live stream, because that way it's nice to have you guys to turn to when I get stuck in spots and stuff, so the game doesn't drag on too long. Willie says, one of the films I plan to make is called Spellbook. It's a short comedy about a girl who comes across a spell book and keeps screwing up the spells. That's kind of cool. That's a neat concept. I like that. Chrome says, oh, the Glitcher 3? Is that a thing? Was it a glitch game? Mr. King of Negativity says, I recently joined Twitter. The urge to annoy people, so you go into the most easily triggerable place on the internet. Yeah. It's filled with, the only reason I stay on there is, well, we all know notifications here suck. And so it's a good way. It's nothing I ever look to build a huge following in. I just have a Twitter page, and if any of you guys want to follow it, that I at least post everything that I tweet everything I post as far as videos there. That's basically what I use it for. And every once in a while to post something stupid. But typically now, if I have something dumb I want to share with you guys, I usually go to the Goosh, or I think I might even start using the Discord more because that's where our real community is. And that's the whole thing with Twitter is it's all just people taking sides, and most all of them are moronic about it. That they never see any fault within their own side, and it's always got to be the other side is pure evil, and we are nothing but goodness, and it's just ridiculous. Philip says it's not just the unvaxxed tax either, though the Teamsters took a stand and got a mandate exception. Trudeau's trying again for his beloved home equity tax. No one can afford a house. He wants that. Jesus Christ, Philip. Yeah, I mean, we say the same things here in New York, and now we're finding on a larger scale, of course, in the nation, because that's why people are trying to Biden's plans, or many of the things on his dream list are just going to drive taxes to ridiculous stratospheric numbers, and they just don't care. Or they try and lie to you and tell, oh no, it's all going to pay for itself. Come on. And then the budget office comes out and says, no, it'll cost about $10 trillion over 10 years. Temple of Time says, if Eddie Guerrero were still alive, who do you think he would want to wrestle more, Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles? Oh, that's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, Temple of Time. All three of those guys can make any match with anybody great. So I don't think you could make a choice between those two. Any combination in there would be a great match. Smithy says, what are the 100 Goosher videos? Got to be back. Well, Goosher 100 videos, that's just over at the Goosh, our Patreon. We have a $100 level, and the people there use that to sponsor a video each month. It was something, actually, it was cool. It was one of those things that grew up organically, because I put that level in, saying, you can have any video you want, thinking people would want me to make a sketch vid or whatever, a golden vid or something like that. But then I think it was Frog was the first one who said, well, I'm just going to use it to get an episode of an anime up, and it just caught on. BTG says, horror game with under 1 hour content, FNAF security breach. Is that really under an hour? We could keep going through that. You guys know I have that one. Wow, is that really that short? BTG, I didn't realize that. I thought FNAF would be a more extended game. Because that was fun. We started that, and that was fun. Gabe says, a wealthy Frenchman was showing off his yachts. This is un, this is deux, this is trois, this is quatre, this is six. What happened to five, his wife asked. Cinq, he answered. Oh, sink. Oh, Wolverine says favorite donut. Mine are Kakuin and Ace. Come on. That's a very bad. Let's see. Rosa says, my friend is writing a novel right now called I'm a High Schooler, but I just remembered that I'm God. That's a good title. He lets me read some stuff, and it's hilarious. I hope he'll try to release it to the public somehow. That's pretty good. I'm a high schooler, but I just remembered that I'm God. All right. That title would interest me. Not under an hour, just doesn't have even an hour's content. Oh, okay. Gotcha, BTG. Gotcha. I like something with some good jump scares and some good tension to it. Inflated Milk, Burnt Pyromaniac says, so about the son of a dictator running for president. In my country, yeah, he's got way more support now, sadly. There's a survey conducted and 53% of the respondents would vote for him. Absolutely stupid. Wow. So people are willing to vote for somebody with dictatorial bloodlines. You're not wrong. It's a little questionable. Rosa says it's so weird to be an adult. Rosa, I read what you said. It's funny how every once in a while I'm 60 and sometimes that same type of thing hits me. My little cousins, like 5 to 6 years old, asked me if they could play with a dog, and my natural response was ask an adult. I was thinking, what am I saying? uh, I'm telling you, and I'm not exaggerating. I've recently felt like that. Well, of course, you guys know my overall demeanor, my personality. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to believe, to be fair. Oh boy. Hold on a second. Let me catch up on the tweets, and I'll tell you. I got some what could potentially be bad news here on on the um on a text. Hold on. Freddie says, last week at work I had to throw away a big pot in the trash. And when I opened it, someone burned a lot of marijuana on it, so I accidentally took a big breath and then the pile. You got kind of a contact high. Oh, that's terrible. Freddie's trying to work and he's got the munchies really, really bad. Has anybody got any Cheetos? AZN says, sorry if annoying, Curtis. No, not at all. Check out MC1 on the stream for the 2-minute clip. I guarantee so random, amazing will change the mood of the whole chat. Check out MC1. What you mean? I'm not going to play a clip during the stream, AZN. If that's what you mean, those we keep right to the clip stream, so I can keep them in 30-second chunks, so I don't have to worry. I got to be extra careful with streams, because if I get any strike on a stream, that kills our streaming. They take it away for, I think it's a minimum of a week. So I can't play any clips on the streams. But I'm not sure what it would be anyway. MC1 on the stream for the 2-minute clips. I wouldn't know how to find that and look it up anyway. I'm not sure. Smithy says I'm 33 and still feel like a little shit myself. Yeah. Well, and again, as I was starting to say, you guys know me. It's not it's not egregious to think that kids should probably ask a real adult. Oh, what I got texted was from T Public. Get up to 35% off the whole site until Friday. That's what I always do. I always wait to buy my anime tees. When I shop at T Public, I always wait till because they always have these really good sales. Oh, that could cost me money. I don't like that. But there's some anime we've been watching over at the Goose that I want to get t-shirts of. BTG says, have you heard of Minecraft? You should play I don't know. Isn't that the game with like all the squares? Like blocks and stuff. And I think you get don't you get like a pickaxe or something and you just chisel away? It doesn't sound like my kind of game. I just got thinking, boy, Chris might have really helped me out there, because for those who don't know, Chris is the one who provided us with the Crimson Sky there. Because when T Public comes calling, I have a problem. I find it hard to deny them. You'd fit right in, VTG says. Jumpscare says, Flores got fired because he soured too many relationships, mainly with our GM and quarterback and the countless staff members under him that quit for this. Really? For the same spot on another team is why he got canned. Oh, see, I wasn't aware of all that, jump scare. Really? That's kind of disappointing to hear, because I always liked Flores. It's kind of disappointing to hear that maybe he was, I'm assuming, kind of a douche to work with and for. That's too bad. I liked him. Joe Mama says, all these squares make a circle. All these squares. That'll never be old. That's one of the many things we've encountered over the years that will just never ever get old. Excuse me. Freddie says, and we're talking about Freddie caught an accidental high at work. To make it worse, while I was high, a customer started choking next to me. So I jumped into action without being able to think of what was happening. Oh no. Customer's choking and poor Freddie's beating the shit out of him. Trying to give him the hind look at the neck or something. Jumpscare says, Chris is just feeding your t-shirt addiction. He's an enabler. I know. Now I got to go back through. There's a couple of, I got it right on. I had written it down. There's a couple of specific anime. There were different ones that we are being sponsored at the Goosh that I wanted to get T-shirts of that I don't have yet. I may need to go shopping. Ryan says, I'm 26 and now I have a 1-year-old niece, and my oldest sister is expecting. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Just getting started, Ryan. 26? Yeah. Prime time. Aw, Gabe. What's the difference between an orphan and an apple? Well, at least one of them gets picked. Come on. Oh, that's so bad. You know what I was thinking too, guys? I've been testing. I did this on purpose. You guys have seen. I've put a lot of different types of content up on the channel over the last few days. See what people are interested in. Now, for instance, like I think that I just got lucky in who I found, and I think that Omegle I posted the other day was one of the funnier things we've had on here in quite a while, especially the Arab guy. That was hilarious. And anything I post outside of what YouTube's algorithm knows generally does well on the channel, they don't push at all. I've been working hard on figuring how all this works. So there's not even really much sense in me doing those types of videos because they don't get to any of you guys. YouTube doesn't want you doing anything new. I've been thinking maybe more I should just do the try not to laugh, the things that you enjoy, that everybody enjoys. The when I have personal stuff to share, of course, I would always do that. And other than that, try and fill in just more streams between chat and gaming streams, because that seems to be where we all seem to have the most fun all the time is in the streams. Elijah says planning on getting the vaccine soon, even though I'm terrified of needles. That's tough when you got a fear of needles. My best friend unfortunately passed away. Wasn't afraid of much, but was terrified of needles. Visual FX guy says the Terminator told me to upgrade my computer to Windows 11, but I still love Vista, baby. Chrome says, by the way, in good news, Urase Yatsura is getting a trailer tonight, so expect to see Idiot Screech on Twitter. Well, that's a given anyway, Chrome. Attack on Titan fans already are. Let's watch modern Twitter meet 70s anime humor. Yeah, good point. Oh, there should be some attempted cancellations flying left and right. BTG says, do a try not to laugh. That's just politics. 1,000 IQ. Well, that's the thing with politics now, BTG. You gotta laugh because otherwise you cry. Willie says, I turn 20 next month. I also don't know what to sponsor. Maybe Honey Pop? Be okay with me. You guys know me. I love Honey Pop. I 100% Honey Pop, by the way. I'm going to go die now. I think the gang would enjoy Honey Pop, Willie. Thanks, Rowan. I appreciate it. Good to see ya. Let's see. Gabe says, dark humor is like cancer. It's funnier when a kid gets... Oh. Ooh, that one was really rough. Yikes. Oh. Big Green says, that's unfortunate because that Omegle video was hilarious. I tell you, Big Green, I thought it was really fun. That kid was a gold mine. The Arab kid, he was so pissed off at the world. And people like that are just cartoon caricatures of themselves, and started ranting about the gays and who, your mother's a bitch, and he's talking to a dog. It's like, yeah, all dog mothers are bitches. But as you see, what I can tell you now, if we post, like, say, one of Addicts Try Not to Laugh, in 24 hours we'll usually have around 9,000 views on it. We posted that Omegle video several days ago. Just 2 days ago, and it's got under 700 views. I understand there's not as much interest in that stuff with the current people, the people that have come here more recently because they're here because they've seen the Try Not to Laughs and stuff. But we have almost 300,000 subscribers. A lot of them have been here for everything we've done over time. I know goddamn well YouTube's not notifying any significant number of them when videos like that come out because the algorithm knows which types of videos generally do well here. David Chapman says the saddest moment in a child's life isn't when they find out Santa Claus ain't real. It's when they find out Vince Russo is. There's a case to be made for that. Negativity says, well, you're definitely on the right track. Metroidvanias are games in the style of the original Metroid and Castlevania games. Okay, I figured it had to be something like that. Imagine being so notorious the whole genre is named after you. Yeah, really. What the hell, Lex? My favorite thing about orphans with cancer is that nobody can tell the difference between them and homeless midgets with bald heads. What? What's wrong? It's not even Free For All Friday yet, and you guys are really wound up. Tomorrow's going to be a beauty. BTG says what you need to do is kill an iron golem again. Oh, remember that, BTG? Oh, for those who don't know, I trapped a golem in Minecraft and then poured lava on it, and people went batshit. They were so pissed off that I was meeting that golem. BTG will tell you, well, most of the guys will tell you, they and of course that stuff, kind of stuff delights me. The madder they got, the funnier I found it. Well, it was really hard hitting too, because right before I got him, the golem just happened to look up at me with these like pleading eyes, kind of like, why are you gonna do this, bro? Rick says I got robbed by Oliver Twist today. I've got a vendetta. Lou says what you do need to do is learn to block so your boy doesn't get violated. You know me, Lou. I'm all about offense until I find I'm strictly offense until it dawns on me that staying on offense the whole time ain't gonna work. Then I remember to block here and there. Oh. Smithy says, why do hospitals have AC? Keeping veggies fresh. You getting 8 to 12 inches of snow, Top Cube? Last I saw here, they're thinking on Monday we might get 3 to 5. I haven't seen the updated though. See if it's more or less. Jump Scare says that Arab kid was probably made him question his sexuality. Excuse me, sorry guys. It happens to us all, mostly because of the Marvel crisis. Damn, those perfect jawlines and abs you could bounce a quarter off of. Well, let me ask you right now. If you guys remember, 2 days ago, when I posted that... Oh, that itches. I just got crabs. When I posted that Omegle video, how many of you guys got notified of it? Just curious. I know I've asked you guys this stuff before. This is how I come to the conclusions I come to. Now, back in the days when we were doing those types of videos, anytime I put something with Omegle in the title, people flock to it. And I think that Roger the dog who likes to get high is a great character. If they, gave it any play at all, I was going to use Roger and Satan. Okay, Rowan says none. No, I didn't. I didn't even know about it till now. I sure didn't. See, this is what I'm saying. And now, the reason I got notified, but I didn't watch it. But you did get notified, Code. I did. Filthmonger did. There was no Omegle vid, Wolverine says. But look at how many... See, this is what's concerning to me. You guys, of all people, when we're here in streams, I mean, for the most part, the people in the streams are hardcore community members. A lot of you guys have been with me for years. You're in the streams with me all the time, watch the videos, interacting all the time in the chat. All these things that YouTube says is what they do to make sure that you get notified when you sign up for notifications because you have heavy interaction with the channel. But for that many of you to say, no, I don't even know what you're talking about, it's just ridiculous. It's just crazy. Notifications are for pansies who need some Wixes. I would like to go back to doing some of those again. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. The Arab guy was funny, and the other girl, she was cute too. She just when Roger did the head tip thing, she just like melted. Filthmonger says, "Hey, when did you get a new setup?" And I loop for a minute. Looks great. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I actually just like I'm in the same room. I just turned the corner and reset the lighting and stuff and put those shelves up. And now I've got I'll be switching out routinely the pops that are behind me. And I've got some Hunter Hunter. You guys know how I love Hunter Hunter ones. Hunter Hunter pops. So they're gonna rotate in next. It's just Killua is my favorite character in Hunter Hunter, and his pop is the one that is coming in last. Top Cube says, I fell down the stairs this morning. Guess I didn't need the coffee. Leslie says, one of two. What's your name, son? The principal asked his student. The kid replied, David, sir. Okay. Prasanna says, hello, because of the time zone difference, it has been impossible to catch one of your streams. Yeah, that does suck, Prasanna. Just dropping in to let you know that I'm not dead. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to see you again. That's another thing, too. I was telling my wife that I'm going to try and schedule, we did it not too long ago, some evening time for me streams, too, just to give other people. The only thing is that sucks for our European crew because you guys are I can never keep track if it's 5 or 6 hours, depending, ahead of us, or is it 4 or 5 hours ahead of us, and then it's super late over there. But I got to start doing some just to mix it up a little bit, for people in other parts of the world. M says, I get like 15 minutes to be here. Oh, well, I'm glad to have you, Em. I always like seeing you in. I'm glad you could stop by. Elijah says, please post a reaction to suiting up my werewolf costume. Sure, should made the video from scratch. Yeah, I'm not really looking for any reaction recommendations, just because I'm trying to still in the process trying to figure out what of the things that I enjoy doing on the channel Susan will actually cooperate with and allow us to do at the channel. I'm thinking of maybe plowing through anyway on the Omega ones and doing them despite Susan's reticence to help us. Mr. King of Negativity says, oh yeah, how do people react to your anime t-shirts? I imagine 60-year-old weebs aren't too common. No, they are not. They I get a lot of confused expressions. But the funny thing is, you guys know that, my family's always been Disney nuts. It drives my wife nuts that, because you've seen pictures and stuff from Disney. I always wear my anime shirts. That's my thing. My anime shirts will get tons more comments while we're in Disney than does her Disney gear. That drives her nuts, and it happens constantly. and I told you guys. Oh, I don't know. Did I tell you guys the story about the last time we went to Disney, and the young man who was operating the little churro shop right next to the balloon in Disney Springs? Because it drives. The running gag in the house is, my wife said years ago, when I was doing stand-up and stuff, my wife, and I have been together for a long time, my wife would never go. She never liked my stand-up, but you guys know our senses of humor are entirely opposite. And my stand-up back in the day was really jaded and harsh, so she hated it. I did well with it, but she didn't like it. So she's never thought I'm funny. So when I started the YouTube channel, she would say to me, she goes, well, what do you think that's going to do? She goes, you're not funny anyway. So now that we've had some decent success and everything, and YouTube became initially my second job, basically, and now it's my thing that I do with all my time, well, YouTube and the Goosh, I never let her hear the end of it. The whole family hits her with that all the time. Oh, too bad he's not funny, huh? Maybe they could have more than 300,000 subscribers or whatever the case may be. So when that kid sitting sitting at that churro stand recognized me and wanted a picture and stuff like that. It was funny. She was just like her forehead was just like spinning. Coach says, "Have you seen the national championship?" Of course. My dad is so pissed. I'm not a Bama, so I don't care. That went about how I figured. I thought Georgia was tough this year. No, no. Like I was saying, this is same room. Just I just turned everything and put in a new background. Same. I'm in the same room. Spaz Kid's right next to me, right here. It's just that now we have a different perspective, so you don't see him behind me. He's to my left. Yeah, kind of a cult figure. Yeah, Lex. She doesn't mind. I will say this. She doesn't mind me getting recognized for the YouTube channel as much as she did the wrestling, because and still happens every once in a while, when I get recognized for the wrestling, people tend to call her Mrs. Candy, and that drives her nuts. So if any of you guys, if we get an opportunity to meet in real life and my wife is with me, be sure to call her Mrs. Candy. Oink says, yeah, honestly, I don't realize how much YouTube fucks you until I check the average views you get versus some other channels I'm subscribed to. We have 30 year subs and twice the average views. Yeah, it's and listen, I completely understand that sometimes I'm going to put out content that not as many people are into, but I'm also not dumb enough to think that with almost 300,000 subscribers, if they were actually sending out notifications to a majority of them, you would at least get curiosity views. The numbers would be substantially higher than they are. Then I can go in and look and see if people are watching them for any significant amount of time. But when you get nothing from the start, that means they just didn't notify people. Chrome says, by the way, it looks like Soul Eater is winning the poll for the next $1 series. Be careful with it because there's actually two series, Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not. Oh, okay. I'll watch for that. I will do that and call you Candy Daddy. There you go, Em. I like that. I like that. Yeah, it does look. I'll be posting either later today or tomorrow. I'll be posting what the plan is now that poll has been completed. Because when I put those polls up, it's not always just to find a winner. It's to gauge you guys. This is over at the Goosh, at our Patreon. It's to gauge you guys' interest in everything that I'm discussing at that time. So I'll tell you what my plan is for all that. Yes. Chrome says, you mean Spaz Kid is here with us in spirit, watching over us all. Yes. He's not feeling it today, though. With the COVID's kicking his ass. He's got a horrible sore throat with it. Excuse me. Let's see. Gabe TV says, Doctor, I'm sorry, but your surgery will cost a lot of money. But what's this behind your ear? Oh, it's still cancer. Jesus Christ. Hey, well, good to see you, Alex Gamer. Glad you're in. Rosa says, I'll call you Cummy Candy and your wife Milfy Candy. Excuse me, guys. It's pretty tied between Soul Eater and Black Lagoon. But Soul Eater is like 1% more, but there's only like 2 hours left. Yeah, it looks like Soul Eater is going to eke it out. What happens, though, is at the end, which is perfectly understandable, as the polls wind down, a lot of times people will switch their votes, which is, again, is understandable. If they see that theirs can't win, they'll switch to their favorite of, say, there's two in contention, their favorite of those two. So it could switch. You never know. Hey, Ma, it's good to see you, pal. Says, I can now say that the amount of bodies I've put into plastic bags has to be counted on 2 hands. Good to know. Gotta love working at an old folks home. Also had to take a COVID sample from a corpse. Yay. Oh, gee, that's fun. Yeah, like you say, just let them rest in peace. Hem says, yeah. Yeah, she has COVID, RIP. He's started with symptoms several days ago. And of course, he was supposed to go back to school Saturday, because he's an RA, so he goes back early, and so now he's got to wait, and he just reported them he's got COVID, so he's got to wait and find out what the process is and when he can go back and everything. Chief Drumstick says, "I'm now calling y'all Candy Man and Candy Ma'am." That's pretty good. I never heard that one. That used to drive her nuts. So, because again, with the wrestling, a lot of times it was kids that would come up to me and is this Mrs. Candy? I'd be like, yeah, it's Mrs. Candy. Say hi. And of course, she won't be rude to children, so she had to play along and everything, and it would make her ears smoke. Yes, I had that. I've seen. Chrome says, "Have you seen Disney's new Star Wars hotel? It's turning into quite a mess already. That money total is for a night or two." Yes, I looked into it all as it was being. Well, you know what Disney nuts we are, Chrome. That money's ridiculous. Because I was thinking if it was, it was something I would save for to do just to have experienced it. But then when they came, because you knew it'd be expensive, but when they came out with just how expensive, it's like, no, I'm not doing that just on principle. No, nope. That's outrageous. BTG says the amount of people I've put in black bags can be counted on the hands I've collected. Chrome says, would Mrs. Candy or Mistress Candy annoy her more? That's probably 6 of one, half dozen of another, Chrome. Oh, now here's the rest of Leslie's joke. Do you have a stutter? The principal asked. The student answered, no, sir. My dad has a stutter, but the guy who registered my name was a real jerk. Ah, oh, that's a dick move. And Rosa is talking about her friend's novel. The first chapter in my friend's novel is God remembering who he is. There's a bunch of build-up, and the joke when he realizes is stupid. I actually felt infuriated reading it. I'm loving the novel. Very good. Excuse me. Willie says, my friend said she was a visionary and could see her future. She can see the future. Ironic as about 2 seconds later, she got some kids in her eyes. Is it ironic as about 2 seconds later, she got some kids in her eyes? Call it fate. I'm not kidding, Willie. My friend said she was a visionary and could see her future. Ironic as about 2 seconds later, she got I'm not getting some kids in her eyes. Did it autocorrect something? I think it did. I think it autocorrected something. She got some what in her eyes? Oh, she got. Is that what they meant? I was wondering if it was if it was an obtuse facial joke or bukkake joke, but I wasn't sure. Some kids in her eyes. Okay, all right, I got you then. I just didn't know that was going for it. That was kind of a way out there stretch to grab for the joke. Ha, stretch because it's sticky. Wolverine says, "Hey, Candyman, 69 Jello pudding pops, please." Well, I did catch the concept, but I thought that one was a little different. I have to admit, got kids in her eyes. Like, nah, it was an odd punchline. Chrome says the place currently looks like a prison camp presented by Mickey Mouse. People are bailing pretty fast on their bookings. Yeah, and the price is outrageous, Chrome. That's why I dropped interest. Because again, to me, there comes a point where even if I were a wealthy man, if I hit the lottery tomorrow, I'm still not going to overpay for things just because I can. So even if I were the type of person that had the money to stay there, I wouldn't do it. Not in the current state of affairs anyway. Because that was ridiculous. It was it's a 3-day, 2-night adventure, and it started at $6,000. Yeah, get out of here. Why are friends a lot like snow? If you pee on them, they disappear. Leslie, you had some good ones today. Jesus Christ. Well, listen, if you just pee on them and they disappear, were they a true friend? Cheap Jumpscare says Disney getting too big for their britches. Won't matter because the britches fit a small country. Yeah, ain't that the truth? I'm surprised and actually a little disappointed that the crowds are still so up at Disney. I want them, and I'm a Disney nut, but with the way they've treated guests ever since Bob Chapek took over, I want to see things start to die off for them. I'm still thinking it will. Milog says a man is looking for his son. He finds him outside on his back on the grass with his eyes closed, making circles in the air with his tongue. The dad asks what he's doing. His son replies, playing Skyrim. Oh, Jesus. uh, they disappear, leaving only a $10 bill on your mantle side. Oink says, actually, I like when my friends piss on me. Kaiser says, the difference between Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not is Soul Eater is more of a gothic-style comedy, shonen with sharp look, whereas Not is more slice of life with more look. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll make sure I get the original. Chrome says $4,000 for 2 nights for tiny rooms, really ugly food. I know the food looked weird. And Captain Karen and her iPhone. Apparently the place was really cut back from the original plan as well. $4,000? Wow, you saw it even cheaper than I did, Chrome. I saw, like I say, it was 3 days, 2 nights, and I saw it was closer to 6. Well, I guess it depends on how many you had in your party. That's just outrageous. At least with the others, some of the Disney resorts, what's like Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's pricey, but you're getting something for it. I mean, you can get a Savannah room and go out on your deck, and the giraffes are walking within a few feet of you and everything, and just the atmosphere, the ambiance are just brilliant. So it's like, okay, that's what you pay for when you want something special in a getaway. But 3 days, 2 nights, anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000? No, fuck that. Let's see. Melvin, again, we've had a lot of people too coming into the comments and the videos and stuff with the live streams. So live streams will be up every chance I get. I don't schedule live streams because I never know how much time I'm going to have in a given day, and I don't like scheduling them on you guys and having to cancel. But as I said, I've been missing just hanging out and talking with you guys, so that's why we're doing this today. But yes, we're still streaming God of War and GTA 5. YouTube keeps censoring you. Desert Rosa, that's not a surprise. Lutz is going to throw in my suggestion for the Soul Eater dub since it seems it'll win, but I think that's already set since you did an episode 2. I always stay with what we started with what I've seen it with. And as far as sub or dub, I never put that up to vote or anything like that because all it does is it just creates the same argument over and over. Because you have a significant portion of the community of the anime community that's into sub, another person that's into dub, and they're just immediately going to clash. And then the people that are like me will watch either, just depending on what's better. I have to try and sift through and just try and understand which was the actual better version, not, oh, I like sub, how can you like dub, that type of thing. So what I do is I have a series of different message boards and stuff I can go to, where I found I can get a good feel for what people in general think about subs and dubs, typically without spoilers. But if I have already started something, I will generally continue it in whatever form I started it. Ma says, we get it, Curtis. You old. You never know how long it takes to take a bathroom break. Ain't that the goddamn truth? A joke. I missed it. The joke that was going by. Leslie says a blind woman tells her boyfriend that she's seeing someone. It's either terrible news or great news. It's another good one, Leslie. You've been on a roll. Yeah, Wolverine says I'm dubbed for life. This is no secret. But the difference is, like Wolverine, when you come in and you have an opinion on it, you state just that. I give him credit for that. Wolverine will come in and say, if we're talking sub versus dub, he'll say dub but because I like dub and everything. And then it's like, okay, he's not saying necessarily the dub is superior in this specific instance. He's just saying he likes dub. So that, when somebody puts it to me like that, that makes it actually much easier. We got a got a spammer. Yep, you guys did the right. Well, I don't tell you that. I've always said one of the great advantages I have in life, considering that this is what I do every day, is that we have the ridiculously fantastic moderation team that we have here. It makes it so much easier to do this. Dog pile. Chrome says Soul Eater is the main original series, not as a spin-off written later. The writer is actually finishing off his last big series right now. Oh, Fire Force. He's apparently done as the writer after. Really, I just know Fire Force because of the ads you get for it on some of the anime sites. I know they plug the hell out of Fire Force. Steve says moderate this. Oh, it's got to be one, Steve. Tyler says the only anime I can think of that is better in dub is Baccano, and I have seen a lot of anime. I don't know, Tyler. Now, when we're gonna first watch Yu Yu Hakusho, for instance, the gang said you gotta watch it in dub, and it was overwhelmingly everybody said it. So I did watch some of the sub, and it's like, yeah, I get it. I've had a couple like that. Now, Dragon Ball goes either way for me. I like both on Dragon Ball, but I have had a few that I completely get what they're saying, and I enjoyed. I liked the dub. Excuse me. And when I took a minute to listen to some of the sub, it's like, yeah, I made the right call. We're just talking about scary games, Melvin. Again, right now I'm getting through God of War and GTA 5, but I might do a standalone scary game or something. I like scary games. Chrome says, I'm actually surprised he's talking about quitting writing manga after Fire Force. He's written multiple big series now. It would be a shame to lose him as a writer. Yeah, I see that. Again, I've seen a lot of ads for that Fire Force, and a lot of people saying it was really good, too. Leslie says, watching my daughter at the park earlier. Another parent asked, which one is yours? I replied, I'm still deciding. They looked horrified. That one I've heard. I like that one, though. Really, what Kyle says I could never get into the Soul Eater manga because of the art. Really? The art style was just not to your liking? Well, guys, actually, I get in here and I lose track of time. I'm going to have to hang it up for today. We got Free For All Friday coming tomorrow, so there will be a lot more conversation. And again, obviously, we're not discontinuing the gaming streams. We've been doing nothing but gaming streams, and I don't really get to, while I'm gaming, I don't get to sit and just chat with you guys, and I really like doing that. Really, again, it gives me just a good feeling. I just enjoy it. And so, but tomorrow will be Free For All Friday. You never know if I can get my schedule lightened up enough. There will be days where I can do 2 streams. I can do a chat stream and then game a little too. But yeah, I can't go too long because the boy needs guidance in God of War. And of course, the world needs to come crashing down in GTA 5, and I want to be the cause for its demise. But guys, thank you for the stream. And to Chris, thank you for the Crimson Sky. We had a Crimson Sky throughout the entire stream today, so that was cool as well. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. You really do. You made my day. I got some errands I got to go do now. Wasn't particularly looking forward to it. Now I kind of am. It's the difference it makes in your day. And as always, because we've been on a delay, the sticky stuff's going to be pretty exquisite. It won't be quite as great as tomorrow's, but it's Free For All Friday. But it's going to be some pretty good, pretty pent-up sticky stuff, and it's coming your way. It's coming your way. Pamfu, pamfu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for everybody, because we'll bang, okay? Flashing like Buggy, and as always, most importantly, and it's primo every day, goose, 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 goose.